of EPAT product tour. EPAT simply means for like easy platform adoption tools, right? Nothing fancy in the naming. So what is the problem statement? The problem statement is that the developers, engineer, product managers, stakeholders put a lot of energy in building the features into the product that the users want in their web apps. But the reality is that with the introduction of each new feature, the product becomes complex and the users find it very difficult to figure out the correct usage of the features that we have built in our web apps. Hence, user want those how-to guides and those product tours and the feature tours so that they come to know what feature exactly means what. Basically, we have made a tool that every developer can use in order to create beautiful, intuitive and clean looking product tours and feature tours, and integrating those tours with your website web apps is very easy. You just have to include a script tag of the JavaScript and that tour works for you seamlessly. So let's move to the browser and see it in action, how to create tours and how to integrate those tours and how this all process looks like and what is the end result. You can see I am running a project on my local development mode. What is the project all about is not necessary. We just want to see how to work with the tool to create the product tours. So you can see there is this project there is this website slash web app which has many features that you can see. There is some environment kind of thing, there is some welcome greeting text, there are some navigations, then there is this statistics, analytics, table kind of thing which can be expanded as well. There are these filters. So let's consider you onboard a new customer, you onboard a new user, or there is some person who wants to use dashboard or web app slash website kind of thing, and they do not know about all these features. So as a developer, it's your responsibility so that you can give them the right knowledge regarding each button, each drop down that you feel can be complex to understand, right? So with my tool or with this tool, let's try to create a product tour of this website. So for that, we have to install this as an extension. So this tool is nothing but a Chrome extension or any browser extension. I click on that extension, which kind of brings me this overlay tool which I can drag drop on the screen so that I get more real estate in order to see what features are there in the screen. Then I click on this new button which brings a UI for me. So it says screen 1 and it gives me some of the colors. I select a color, then it says press C, then hover over required element on the page, then press D to capture the hovered element. So after selecting the color, I will click C, and then as you can see, whenever I hover, it will like highlight a specific element. Then I'll just go to this environment element and then I'll click D. So now it brings me a dialog box. So inside this dialog box, basically I can put any title. So I'll put this saying environment and I'll put a description. I can also change the arrows that you can see over here. So I can click maybe a crosshair. So this kind of arrow make more sense for gaming kind of websites, but it's a professional website, so I'll go with something normal. So for now I'll keep normal, and then there is this element kind of a row which tells us whether for this screen 1 we have selected a element or not, which we have. So it says selected. Then we also have things like image and video URLs. So I have a URL. Let me grab a URL. So I put in a URL and then you can see it basically blends in very comfortably, and you can see the GIF or image for that particular feature, right? You can also move around this dialog box if you want to like make more real estate, or you want to position things in a certain way, right? We can also put in a video URL. So to save time, I have some content that I will enter in over here, and then we'll have some of the real data instead of just lorem ipsum, and then we can continue with this demo. We'll save this product tour and we'll integrate it with the real website. So as you can see, I have added few screens over here. So you can also see that it also reflects on the UI. I can click the next. I also like added a different color for the different screen. So for screen 2 I have added this different color than the screen 1. I can click next. I can So it basically highlights each screen or each element that I have added sequentially. I can click next. So then there is also GIF kind of thing. Then at last it also shows the table screen, highlighting the table and giving the information that what is to be expected to be seen in this table, with a video, of course, a YouTube URL that I have inserted down over here. So now how to integrate this tour? We have basically added our screens, added the highlighting of particular element and the details that are the feature details of a particular feature. Now how to create this tool? So for now I'll click on this submit, and now because this is a MVP kind of thing, I am not uploading any data to a remote server. For this I'll just to integrate, I'll just open the inspector. In the inspector, after clicking the submit, it gives me an object. So basically it in the behind, on the behind, creates an array out of these screens and these positions of these elements, which I can copy over from here, and then I will go to, I'll just bring my code over here. Yeah, in the code that is also available in the repository, you have this folder known as widgets. So in widgets you will go, in widgets there is src, in src there is index.html. there I'll copy the array that just I have copied right now in the browser. Yeah, I've copied it, and then after installing all the npm packages with npm install command, I'll go to this widget folder. I'll put a run build command, so npm run build -prod. Now again, because this is a MVP kind of thing, we have to do this manual, but as a developer it's not hard to do. All the steps are mentioned in the GitHub readme, but in the future versions, what you can expect is that you just get a ID on this tool, and with that ID you will have a remote script that you can include in that in your website, and all gets integrated seamlessly. For now I'll just show you how to do it offline. So it is running a build. Yeah, it created build. So in the build folder you have two scripts. One is .css file, all the style sheets for the product tour, and the other one is the JavaScript for that product tour. So I'll copy these two for now. So for whatever project you have, in the code of the project, you open the code of the project, and at the root of your project you copy these two files. For now I'll just delete old files, I'll copy the new ones. Yeah, and then at the root component, or at the in the index.html, you can import these copied over CSS and the JavaScript. So I'll uncomment this that I have imported. I'll just refresh so that it gets hot reloaded, and let's see on the browser how it comes about, or how it looks in the real-time view. Now let's try to see how it looks like. So I'll put the my website command or website URL over here. I'll just hit enter, and we should see the product tour. Yeah, so right away after the website was loaded, it now starts giving me this product tour. And mind you, this product tour is very responsive. Like, it gets attached to this element so that you scroll it or you resize it as far as this element is present on your screen. It will try to show the product tour for this element, right? Then I can click next. It shows the next screen. I can go previous, I can go next, I can go next. Again, it shows me for statistics, it shows me for analytics with that GIF kind of thing. Then it shows me the last screen, that is the table view. I can go previous again. I can again move around this screen, this element, and at any point of time, if I feel that I do not want to go through all the tour, all the screens, then I can click on this skip button, which will bring me this help kind of sticky element on the side of the website. So at any point of time in future I can refer to this tour. I can click on this. It gives me two options, full tour or feature spots. If I click the launch button, it will start the tour from the beginning. I can go next, 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 or I can skip. It will again give me this sticky kind of option. I can click this to collapse. I can click this help to expand. And then there is also a feature known as feature spots. So if I enable this, it will give me these eye icons wherever I have added my feature tours or screens, right? So when I hover it, it just like scales and shows that you have highlighted this part, and these are the screens that have been enabled for the feature tools, or we can give you the details about these features. So I is on the top of this environment, so if I click I, it will show me the feature tour for that particular thing only. Then I can go to back to the feature spots. I can click any feature spot and it will show me the details of that feature. I can click on this feature, then it will show me that respective GIF and the details. Yeah, so that's how this tour works. Do let me know how you feel about this tool. Do let me know your feedback, your improvisations, if you think that something can be added or something can be complex. And again, these all steps that we did right now were manual, like building it in the code and then importing it in the script file. But once you create the tour in the future versions, once you click on that submit button, it will give you just the ID of the tour, and then you can just insert that ID in the script that you want to integrate the tour with, right? Thanks for listening and seeing this demo. Thank you so much.